friends, I'm back. I decided to skip ahead a couple of pages in my December daily album. I was feeling like playing with my sewing machine today, so I grabbed this little sketch from Pinterest. Sorry about that. Somebody is in his crate and he is complaining. So I grabbed this little sketch from Pinterest and I'm duplicating this side of the page. So I cut some tags on my Cricut, and I decided to make my tags layered tags because I really wanted to use this little die cut piece from one of my collections, and it just felt like it would be too stark if I did this and then just white tags. So I am going to try to line these up, put these on. I also grabbed some little eyelets, and I was toying with the idea of putting some more metal at the top to anchor the little banner down. So I will put you on fast forward while I assemble this page. This page is a perfect example of why I like to do foundation pages well in advance. It's one of those things like when you're in the creative moment, I don't always think about grabbing my sewing machine, and I don't know, it's usually like you're kind of rushed and you can't be bothered. And in the end, I'm really happy that I did use my sewing machine for this page because I think it just adds a little bit of fun and extra texture to the album. I need to break out my sewing machine a lot more often, but so I ended up doing a lot of prepping for this page off camera, using my Cricut machine to pre-cut some of the tags and again use the sewing machine. And now I'm just using some liquid glue and putting my the layered part of the tag down. In a little bit here, you're going to watch me struggle to put eyelets in the tags. Probably should have done that before I stuck everything down, but at that point, it wasn't really a thought that had crossed my mind. At this stage of the page, I was kind of like, it needs a little something extra. So at the end of this video, I think I did actually go back and put some twine through these eyelets that I'm about to put on. This tool is so old, but it works every time. I could probably invest in one of those smaller, fancier, more versatile, easier to maneuver tools, but eyelets and brads are something that I don't use a lot in my scrapbooking anymore, so I don't really feel like I want to put that money into a tool that I'm only going to use every now and again. So these are more of the snowflake brads from my December Daily DIY kit. Again, things that have been sitting forever in my collection of goodies. And the eyelets that I'm about to put on here, I think I actually got at a hardware store. My husband was looking at me like, seriously? Oh, of course I hit the camera. Of course I did. Yeah. He just rolls his eyes now. He asks me, is there ever a time you're not looking for crafting supplies? Obviously, the answer is no. Poor guy. So, yeah, I was struggling to set these little eyelets just because everything was already anchored down and the angle was quite awkward and the eyelets kept falling out. But in the end, I managed to get it all done. Somebody is snoozing on my lap right now. So if you're hearing some snores, it's little Teddy asleep on my lap. So there, happy, thumbs up. So I ended up putting these tiny little silver brads at the top and bottom of the line of stitching. And I really like the way that looked too. So I was like, might as well use all of the metal things on this page. And that's what I did. I could probably even put metal eyelets in the holes of the page, but that might be going a little too far. So putting those in, and then I'll cover those over with some washi. This is not my favorite washi. It was one of those ones that you grab in like the clearance bin at Michael's, so it found its use in this page. So that's it. I'll come back to you live here in a moment. And done. So here's the sketch, and then here's my page. It's very shiny, and I like it. I don't know yet if I'm going to put twine and close these. I'm kind of afraid it'll end up looking a little too much like a corset, which is not the look I'm going for. So, yeah, I will put words on here when I know what's going to go underneath these little tags. It'll probably be journaling or maybe very small, like 1 inch or 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch pictures. So I will put it back in the album so you can see where it's going to go. These pages would have been the last ones you saw me do, so, and I moved my card. I didn't like where it was. I'll come back to this page because I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. This will either be covered with another piece of paper or possibly even a full-size photo. And then here is the page that I just did. So again, as you can see, there's the sketch, there's my page. These are those weird little page protectors that are 3 by 8 and then 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So I don't usually use these, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it, but I do like the idea of putting a lot of journaling here and then filling the rest in. All right, friends, that is it for me for today. I don't think I'll be uploading any other photos or any other videos today, so I will see you next time. Bye for now.